Welcome to the Vintage Vibe Love Lounge podcast with your hosts Laura and Aneela, where timeless romance meets modern wisdom.
Welcome back to the Love Lounge podcast, y'all. I'm Laura, and as always, I am here with the fantastic Aneela. We're so glad you've joined us today because we're diving into a topic that we are giddy as little girls about. It's truly the heart of what it means to live authentically, and that is discovering your core vibe.
Yes, we're not just talking about knowing your likes or dislikes. We're getting to the core of who you are, that unique essence that makes you, you. And what better way to do that than by exploring the iconic personalities from Sex and the City and Just Like That. Laura and I love how this iconic show has been able to continue to be relevant and transition into these characters' vintage vibe. I mean, after all, we all know a Carrie, Charlotte, Miranda, and of course, a Samantha. Or now the bold and fabulous Lisa Todd Wexley.
Exactly. So today we're exploring these vibe types. We'll break down each personality: the creative dreamer, the idealistic romantic, the realistic feminist, and the bold powerhouse, and how channeling these traits can help you connect more deeply with yourself and others. And if you're new to the idea of vibe types, don't worry. Think of them like archetypes that reveal a bit about your personality, how you approach life, and how you show up in love.
All right, let's get started with the basics. What do we mean by core vibe? Essentially, your core vibe is your unique personality energy. It's how you express yourself, how you interact with the world, and in many ways, it's how you feel most alive and authentic. This goes beyond the surface traits. We're talking about the essence of you.
Yes, the essence of you. Aneela and I started Vintage Vibe because we saw and or felt that there was just a missing piece out there. And that is in the dating world at, our vintage time in life, it's really a time of rediscovery. And knowing your core vibe can be transformative, especially when it comes to dating and relationships. Think about it. When you know your vibe, you're not just going through the motions or trying to be someone you're not. You're showing up as the truest version of yourself. You're standing in the who of who you are. And that confidence is massively magnetic. Okay, let's break down the vibe types for everybody. We're going to go through each vibe type and see where you might resonate. I'll start with Carrie. We classify Carrie as the creative dreamer. Carrie types are imaginative, expressive, and live with a touch of whimsy. If you're drawn to writing, art, or a bit of romantic unpredictability, you might have a Carrie vibe. And it sounds so much like somebody I know.
You are cute. I think, Laura, that someone is maybe me. I do have a bit of a Carrie vibe. I love to write. I love art. I can be unpredictable, and I am a hopeless romantic at heart. So I'm definitely going to say my vibe is a Carrie vibe. Next up, we have Charlotte, the idealist romantic. Charlotte is grounded in her values, nurturing, and has a heart that's deeply devoted to her family, love, and tradition. If you're someone who values stability and feels fulfilled when you're creating a meaningful connection with someone, you might relate to a Charlotte.
And we have Lisa Todd Wexley. Formerly, this would be considered Samantha's vibe, the Bold Powerhouse. Lisa types are adventurous, fearless, and unafraid to stand out. They make bold choices and they own their power unapologetically. Now, I have to confess, when I took our quiz, and quite honestly, when Aneela and I were talking about creating this, I immediately resonated with Samantha. And of course, Samantha's no longer on the And Just Like That portion of the program. Lisa Todd Wexley is basically her replacement. And I think because I had to wear glasses, basically from the age of 3.5 up until I was 15, I learned how to be unapologetically me. And if this sounds like you, embrace that vibe along with me.
I can so see that, Laura, you as a Samantha vibe. You're definitely bold, you're fearless, and you are unafraid to stand out, which are the qualities I love about you. So I'm so glad that you can relate to that vibe and that you've also identified that that is your vibe. Okay, and last but definitely not least, we have Miranda, the realist feminist. Miranda vibes are logical, strong, and independent. If you're focused on personal growth, career success, and living your life on your terms, this might be your core vibe. Miranda types often have a refreshing, no-nonsense approach to relationships too. I mean, these women are just all amazing in their own due vibes of their own. So I'm excited to figure out who our audience vibes mostly with.
Now we're going to get into why this is important. Why does knowing your core vibe matter? Well, when you understand your vibe, how you are putting yourself out there energetically into the world, it helps you navigate relationships with authenticity. You're no longer trying to be someone you're not just to fit into a relationship. Instead, you're owning your unique vibe, which means you're going to be attracting more authentically someone who aligns with you. And that is powerful.
Yes, couldn't agree more with you. Knowing your vibe also helps you attract people who appreciate you for who you are. It takes self-awareness to create a meaningful connection. And when you are aligned with your true self, you can form connections that are deeper, more genuine, and more lasting. Let's face it, people are drawn to authenticity and confidence. And as soon as you're able to tap into your vibe, your confidence and authenticity will even be more greatly felt with those around you. Because let's face it, energy is something we all can feel from another.
And that is exactly what our upcoming Own Your Vibe course is all about. We'll be diving into each of these vibe types in more detail, giving you tools to not only identify your vibe, but to embrace it fully in your life and relationships. So if you are curious about discovering your own vibe, then stay tuned because this journey is just beginning.
We're so excited to see you take this journey with us. Remember, whether you're a Carrie, Charlotte, Miranda, or Lisa, embracing your vibe is about showing up in the world as your most authentic self. And we're here to support you every step of the way.
We absolutely are. So take some time to reflect, maybe journal a bit, and think about which vibe resonates most with you. And if you're ready to dive deeper, make sure to keep an eye out for our course launch because we will be launching this program very soon. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. And until next time, keep owning your vintage vibe.
Thank you for tuning in to the Vintage Vibe Love Lounge. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on Instagram at Find Your Vintage Vibe. Remember, love knows no age. Get out there and find your vibe and keep vibing with us until next time. Connect with us at findyourvintagevibe.com.